said I got to say something, baby, hand me the mic. I said I got to say something, better hand me the mic. Somebody hand me a mic, cause I got to say something, so just hand me a mic. When I need to say something, better hand me the mic. I said I got to say something, better hand me the mic.
Southpaw, are we rolling?
We are rolling indeed.
Would you believe it? Would you believe it? We're back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is People Like Us. Before we get rolling, thank you everybody for, what do? They watch, they subscribe. I bet that's gone down, has it, Southpaw?
No, but I believe we're still at the same stat, which is around 67% of our viewers are not subscribed. So if you wouldn't mind clicking that subscribe button, that really helps us.
Yeah, what he just said. So, guess who we're joined by? This is Darlington's very own Andy Ormerod.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew, thank you for coming back.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome.
I hear on the grapevine that you might have a show that you're involved in at the Civic Theatre at the end of this month.
Civic?
Okay, maybe it's not.
Majestic.
That's it.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. Well.
Well, same thing. Where is the Majestic? What's the Majestic?
You opposite.
Turk's Head.
Yeah.
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 Okay. I didn't know that. You're doing something, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're opening.
Yeah, I'm emceeing there. Yeah.
I'm going.
Are you going?
I'm going. Me.
I mean, that's still quite the stage.
Cool. Got me a ticket, haven't
Still
I?
quite the
Yeah.
theatre.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've emceed twice there for the fella,
Yeah.
and it's it's been a good laugh.
Yeah. What's your role? So are you like the guy that like introduces, like as the acts come on, you're the one, you keep coming out, do
Yeah.
a little joke here and there and
Yeah.
keep it flowing.
I didn't like him because I was an act there for him,
Right.
and he's the lad who runs it, Andy. He's from Leeds,
Right. From Leeds.
so he's got a venue in Darlington.
From Darlington.
So no one around here. I think Losman had it before, and it didn't work out.
What, Losman had a venue?
At the Majestic.
Right,
He
okay.
did a gong show there and stuff.
Yeah.
But so I was an act. And then he said to me while I was there, he said, look, this is going forward. He said, I need an MC. And I know you're local, aren't you? So I know you won't let me down because you're local.
Yeah.
Would you be interested, like resident MC? I said, yeah.
Huh.
So, and I didn't like MCing.
You didn't?
I found it hard, right? And then the penny dropped the first night I did it there. I love it now. I'd rather do that.
But hang on, Mr. Andrew. You do what's it, MC every 2 weeks at a very popular venue up the road of the Arm.
Yeah. Well,
Don't we?
Yeah. The quiz, yeah.
You kind of already that's what you are. That's what I hear.
Yeah, I didn't realise.
It's the same thing.
It's
kind of what's the word? Transferable skills.
skills, yeah.
That's what it is, isn't it? Some transferable skills.
But it's a different sort of discipline altogether.
I imagine that would probably transfer. Like, I bet you'd make a hell of a big issue guy.
Oh yeah,
Wouldn't
you?
you?
Yeah. It's
You'd be
just
top in the
chatting
country.
people.
One of them.
Yeah.
You'd be
I mean,
up there.
I'd buy an house of it, then I wouldn't have to do it.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they are the same. The quiz and the master, the same thing.
Yeah. Well, thinking about it, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
But
What was it that you were finding difficult, or that you were like not enjoying about it at first?
I was telling you in the car that I've realised now doing it, the best thing to do for me is when I started the comedy, people are saying, you can't say this, you've got to watch what you're saying there. Maybe you shouldn't be saying that there. And you're sort of monitoring yourself, what you say and stuff. And then people are saying, you've got to be in with these, you've got to be in with them. If you want to go places, you've got to... And then and I was performing, and I said to some of the people I'm on with quite a lot, I was saying to them, I'm going off there, and I feel like I'm holding back something, but I don't know what it is. And then I've never ever told her this, and I don't know that well at all. There's a comedian on the circuit called Catherine Young.
Okay.
And I hadn't seen her before, and she's good. And she was just, like, unapologetically a woman from the borough who swears, talk like the crack like the borough, you know what I mean? She was just like that. I thought, that's what I'm missing. That's what I've been holding back on.
Your version of that.
So, yeah, I'm just, there's Catherine, yeah.
Catherine. Miss Catherine.
Oh, she's done the Fringe.
Haven't we all?
Yeah.
Well, 20 minutes on.
One of them, innit?
Well, yeah, she's like, yeah, she's just, yeah, that was it. So the MCing, I brought that to the MCing.
Right.
So when I've done it before that, I was holding back, and it makes you not think. So someone says something to you, so you're only as good as your audience when you're MCing, what they give you back. So if someone said something, it can go over your head if you're worried about what you're going to say.
Yeah.
But if you're not worried, I've found, you're quite quick-witted anyway, your comeback's always good. It's
Bang,
miles
bang,
better.
bang.
Miles better.
Do you ever? I know you say you just gave the example there of like you can't think, but when I'm trying to put myself in your shoes, I imagine like overthinking. You know that thing you just said, like you can't say this, you got to be in with them. I can imagine stood on that stage and just all this information going through your head and it just taken away from the quality of just relaxing and letting it flow.
Yeah.
Does that happen?
That's what was happening to
And
me.
you're just constantly in your own head.
Because you
basically.
can, it's a weird sensation when you're doing it. Because you're like, you're saying it, your mouth's going, you know what you're saying, but you're about 5 seconds ahead in your head.
Wow.
Well, I can only talk for me, I don't know.
Right.
But then all the time as well, you're looking at the crowd, are they laughing? Are they not laughing?
Yeah.
Is there a bloke in the back? Why has he got that roll neck on? Maybe I can say something to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or why is that woman not laughing?
Yeah.
But she's got this massive flowery ring on. Can I mention that? Can I do something there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Almost like Sherlock Holmes in the audience.
Oh yeah.
That's
Basically, yeah.
That's pretty crazy mid set, like.
But I've had some good breaks there as well, because the first time I MC'd, an ex-girlfriend was there in the front row. So I thought I'll have a bit of fun with her. And then she was there the second time I MC'd for him.
Right.
So I thought, and she took it the first one quite well, so I just pushed it with her. And it was, yeah, she laughed.
Do you reckon there's a reason she's turned up for them last two shows, or couldn't
I
comment
don't
there?
know,
couldn't
maybe
we?
she...
Who knows? Let's.
Maybe she wishes she'd stuck by me. You never know.
Maybe she came for the full Monty.
Yeah.
Maybe she thought, he's MCing, I might get a free drink.
Who knows? Who knows? One thing we were saying on the car, though, which might be quite funny to do, as Dan mentioned, you do the wheat sheaf quiz.
A wheat sheaf quiz.
Is it the end of it? What last
Friday of every month.
Last Friday of
it was,
every month.
Is it only once a month?
Yeah, just once a
What
month.
a travesty.
So that's your little transferable skill.
It was last Friday.
Do you have to do all the questions?
Yeah,
Yourself?
yeah. I don't mind doing it. I quite enjoy it.
How many questions is there in a quiz?
There's 3 proper rounds.
Right.
So it's general knowledge, sport, entertainment.
Right.
Then I do a song lyric round. Right.
Right.
So I say the lyrics and tell them the decade it's from.
Right.
Because I got told that this woman she's been bread and butter in there.
Right.
You should tell us the decade. You should tell us the year or something. So I tell him now that I said, this one's from the 80s. And she's like, oh. So I say it, and then I have no technology but a mic that the wee chief give me.
Yeah.
And then I sing the answers.
Yes.
So but it's the last round.
Right.
So we finish about between 10 and half past usually. So by that time, they've all had a bit of a drink.
Right.
So I've got to work out the best song, and I always end with 2 sing-along ones if I can.
Right.
So they're going, so Sally could wait. I got that wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or stuff like that. So, yeah, sing the answers, and then there's a picture round as well.
A picture round?
Yeah.
So what, have you got yourself a projector?
No, I'll print it out, my dad's printer.
Hang on. But what about the distance? You got some old fogies at the back. How are they seeing your picture? It must be a big picture.
Oh, no. They're all printed out.
Oh.
And then my dad goes round. It's like 10 celebrities in that.
But what my point was on that was we were saying, wouldn't it be quite funny to do 3 questions that you quite like off the top of your head? I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'll just put you on the spot. 3 questions for our viewers who are listening right now, and then at the end, if you stick around, we'll give you the answers. So if you wouldn't mind, Andy.
My favourite one.
All right, yeah, go on.
The one. So I said, you know the wee chief, Dan. You know.
No.
So I said, question number 3 in your general knowledge round. I said, some of yous have got it. Some of yous have got rid of it. Some of yous might have it and not know. Spell chlamydia. So that's one. Spell chlamydia.
That's number 1. So see, don't Google it, but see if you can spell that.
Let's have a think of another one. This is a good one and all, but this shouldn't be a question. We're on about so sometimes I think this is for my own amusement as well, because you can see the old pub where you sat. So like, what is the 13th letter of the alphabet? I do this quite a lot. What is the letter of the alphabet? So you see them going like that. And he's like that, no, man. Like that. And then they hand it in, and then my dad marks him, and he'll go, fucking hell, son, they've got that wrong. They've got it wrong. Sorry, mate. Yeah, they've got, that's what you do. So what you deal with sometimes, isn't there?
Yeah.
Because some of them had a good drink before it starts.
I'm sure.
So my second question would be, I do a daft sport question. So my daft sport question last Friday was, Anthony the Anaconda Danson was the 2005 world champion in what?
Anthony
The Anaconda Danson.
Right.
Was the 2005 world champion in what? There was an ABC, but the C is just something daft. So really, there's only an A and a B.
Right. So that's question 2.
That's question 2. Question 3 would be.
You must be a fountain of questions.
It's difficult when you're on the spot, though, isn't it?
Of course it is.
Question 3 would be something like, I don't know. I use this as well because I know the mentality in the way is similar to mine. What is the currency of Vietnam?
Would you know that, Southpaw?
No, I wouldn't actually know that. But I wouldn't be able to tell you anyway, because we can't tell any of you lovely viewers until the end of the episode. So that's that. That's that there.
That's that there.
And I hate to say it, but if you stick around, you'll find out at the end of the episode.
Stop. Hold up. Before we carry on, just a quick word from our sponsor. Do you have a business? Thinking about starting one? Dash, the bespoke web design and branding experts. When you have a business that needs a professional online presence, when your current website is starting to look a little outdated and tired, when you have an idea and want to see it brought to life online, that's where Dash can help. Dash create bespoke websites built around your business and its requirements, from exceptional e-commerce stores to sell your products online to beautiful brochures showcasing who you are and what you do. The team at Dash will become an extension of your business. You'll be assigned a dedicated team who will help guide and advise from the initial design brief all the way to the website launch. Not only that, Dash provide full aftercare to carry out any changes, alterations or updates quickly and efficiently. It's like having your very own personal web development team 365 days a year. Dash understands that in today's world, the right online image, exposure and representation is the key to success. Book in a free, no obligation consultation with one of their experts today to see how Dash can make your online vision an online reality. Just visit www.dashmedia.co.uk or search Dash Media on Google to find out more. Dash, the bespoke website and branding experts.
You know, you run these quizzes.
Yeah.
You got all these teams.
Yeah.
Like, how do you know people aren't just Googling stuff?
Well, funny you should say that. They do.
Right.
I got told. So the wheat chief, and there's a corner around there to the right. So I sit at one end of the bar. I can't see around the corner.
Right.
And I got told once that there was a team Googling, right, off a load of different people. They're Googling around there. They're Googling. Tell them off. So I just went. I said, look. I've been told that team number 4 are Googling. I said, I don't know if you're out or not, but I said, it's just a little shitty quiz in a pub. It's just for a little bit of money. I said, let's play the game, be fair, and stop Googling. So the rest of the week, all that. So they handed the answers in, and my dad marks him. He went, you've just accused them of Googling. I says, yeah. He went, well, they must be shit because they're fucking last.
Never.
So they weren't Googling.
So they weren't.
So I had to go around and apologise but there was about 6 or 7 of them, and they were only young kids. But I was like, sorry, I said that to you. So now, if someone says to me, they're Googling, I say, have you not got a phone, like? You can Google as well if you want.
Right.
Because I don't need that stick.
No.
Especially not in there. You don't know what's going to happen.
I mean, I put it to you that surely most teams have a Googler.
Yeah.
So, like, you must see some, like, pretty high scores. You must have some 100% scores.
There was one, about a year ago, I stopped doing it now, because it's obvious people Google. I put a Google question in, just for myself. So, like, what age was Bruce Lee when he died? Now, unless you're a massive Bruce Lee fan, you ain't going to know that.
No.
But a lot of people were getting it right. So
Right.
then they're giving themselves away.
Right.
But now I'm just like, you can do what you like.
Yeah. No. I mean, yeah, it's quizzes have changed since the the dawn of the phone.
Any guesses, Dan, on when Bruce Lee died?
Well, I think he was very young, so I'm going to say I think he was in his 30s, and I'm going to go with something like 33.
Ooh, you maybe
I don't actually know.
You maybe could have accused Dan of being a Googler, but it's actually 32.
Oh,
It's not
well,
bad.
there you are.
It's not bad.
You know what I mean?
You're all right at the old quizzes, aren't you?
No.
Do you think, obviously, with quizzing, Andy, it's nice that you go out your way to do that for the week, Chief, and
Yeah.
it's probably that community that it brings together. Do you think quizzing is something that's dying across the UK? Because I don't hear half as much as many quizzes going on, but I remember being in the pub as a young and it was like, oh, it's quiz night, quiz night. Do you reckon quizzes are dying, or are they more prominent? Or
I think pubs are dying.
yeah,
Firstly, like your local,
Yeah.
I think they're on the way out because of the generation now that don't really drink that much.
No.
So it's gonna die out. But when it was first thought of, I think it was a real novelty, wasn't it?
The pub quiz.
A pub quiz and a pub karaoke, a pub quiz.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God, it's karaoke. We've not had this before, but it's very old that, isn't it? The quiz.
I dare say, that, like, I think we just touched on, I'm pretty sure that mobile phones are spoiling quizzes because people
Yeah.
are just thinking, what's the point?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's, yeah, it is. It'll be dying out, simple as that. Do you think there's going to be a world where there literally will be no pubs one day? Or do you think the country pub will always survive, sort of thing?
I think that there'll be a load of pubs where it'll be like somewhere like, when they're going to close the indoor market. And I remember thinking to myself, oh, it's a bit of a shame. I love the market.
Yeah.
And I said to me, Dad, oh, it's a shame. Love the market, Dad. Oh, can't believe they're closing it. When was the last time you went in? Oh, yeah. I get your point. So it'll end up being like that. There'll be a generation where sort of my generation, something like that. Like 90s when it was just drink, drink, drink. Where it'll just end up when they're too old maybe to go to the pub for a good, for a Saturday, all day Sunday.
Yeah.
When the kids will just go, no, that's not what we want.
Yeah.
I think there'll be places that are really popular that'll just die, I think. It's a shame, like.
Yeah, it is a shame. It's pubs pubs are a thing in other countries, right? It's not just England that have pubs, is it?
yeah.
Or is it
I
just an
mean,
English thing?
there's places to drink. I don't know whether there is.
Well, it's like bars in America.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's like
pubs in Australia, isn't it, and stuff.
Is that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not too sure about Europe. I've been away for the darts in Rotterdam, and there was pubs all over the place.
Was that? Same setup as ours.
Yeah,
Exactly the same.
Yeah,
Look
a
the same,
table
smell the
service
same.
and a bill. That
Right.
was the only difference.
You know where I think it won't die? London.
Why is that?
I think London has a massive drinking culture. I've been down there on a couple of weekdays, for these shoots that I get sent on and stuff. And I'll always maybe pop to a pub on the way back before I get the train, just to take in a bit of London nightlife and enjoy a pint before I head back on my train. And there's literally the packed even on a Wednesday. I've been down Tuesday rammed, Wednesday rammed, Thursday rammed. Like midweek drinking there. People are living in such high end and stressful jobs that I think that's their way to relax.
Aye, relax and that.
So I don't know whether it'll die in London, but even then you think of the rates in London to own a pub, it'd be crazy. So it's a shame to see. I wouldn't like to live in a world where there's no pubs in England. Like,
I think there will be, won't there? It's like anything,
Yeah.
I think.
I'd have thought so. I mean, my mind's wandering. I just thought, because recently I had a conversation with somebody about this. Somebody said, if you didn't do what you do for a living, like if you could just have any job, but like not something silly, not like rock star, film star, where that's like out of this world, just like our job. Do you know what I'd love to do? I'd love to have a fish and chip shop.
Really?
Absolutely.
A little chippy.
Imagine.
What would you call it? You'd have to call it one of them.
I don't know. I haven't. I think, do you know what I would do? I've done a bit of like thinking about this. And the best chippies I know they haven't gone like, there's no like Popeyes or like, you know that shite. It's just Yarm Road chippy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Horton Road chippy.
Thilmere Road chip shop.
Yeah. And like Harrison Street chip, like that's the one. So I would be whatever street I'm on, chippy. That's what I'd be.
not a bad idea.
That's how I do it. And I thought about it, right? It's, every time I say a fish and chip shop to someone, they laugh. But then, like, hear me out, right? Hear me out. It's what a lovely feeling. Let me paint you the picture, right? How traditional. What a staple of the United Kingdom. The fish and chip shop. Like, it's
representing it.
We all, you know, I imagine throughout the country, but I definitely know us three here, all from the northeast of England. The chippy is part of our life. It's just part of it.
Yeah.
Now, granted, we don't have fish and chips as much as we used to. There were, you know, when we were younger, there was bags of chips left, right, and centre. But still, that feeling of going in, then white tiles on the wall, hearing the and getting the scrap. You know, I want scraps, please. You know what I mean? Salt and vinegar. Oh, too much vinegar. You know. I just think, what a wholesome job, what a lovely thing to do. You know what I mean? It would just be happiness. Everybody's happy to see you, and you're happy to see them. They're giving you money, and you're giving them fish and chips. I just think it would be perfect. What a perfect life. You know what I mean? The hours are good. Chippies aren't open late.
No.
It's like, what, 12 to late? There's your hours. You know what I mean?
Some of them just shut in lunchtime, don't they?
Yeah.
And you can have your afternoon off.
And hear me out.
Open on a night.
Hear me out, lads, right? So, in... you know, Dan's chippy, let's call it for argument's sake. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little twist on it and all. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to mess about with not keeping the tradition. There will be battered fish and chips. You want an onion ring? No bother. I'll sort that out for you. It's all there. Patties, you name it, we got it, right? But for those, for the bistro sort, let's say.
The bistro kids.
Yes. For those who are, you know, on the health kick, we'll do another twist on it. Right? So what we're going to do is you're still going to get fish. We'll have a salmon. We'll have a cod. We'll have a haddock. We'll have all that stuff. We won't batter it, so you can have a healthy option.
Oh,
There's two sides of
yeah.
it. Now, listen, right? Because if you have fish and new potatoes, for example, that's a different ball game. No grease. Boiled potatoes with boiled fish. What's wrong with that? Why can't I boil fish? Like, I'll still give you you still get the feel. You still get your newspaper with your little wooden fork. But you're eating healthy salmon and maybe sweet potato.
It's like non-alcoholic lager then, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Non-alcoholic fish.
Yeah, without the calories.
But I'm just saying, look, right? At first, when I said fish and chip, we had a laugh.
We
didn't
laughed, yeah.
And now look, everyone's cogs are turning.
Now it's a business model.
Fucking hell, I could work that. Do you know what I mean? Imagine plonking one of them on Yarm Road. Mate, you'd be chocker, mate.
You'd be chocker, boy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you'd be around Geneva Road.
You know,
you're
catering, aren't you? You're catering all these...
all the way down Geneva Road, that's where the queue would be.
All these health kick people, like, that's you catering to them as well. That's quite wise.
Telling you, that's the way, man. And what a lovely job. And I think you could make it different because you want to, like, you'd be great at it. No, because you're like the master of ceremonies. I think the best chippies I've ever been in was when, like, the owner or the person that worked there was memorable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can remember this chippy years ago, and the guy was always singing. You know, like whenever and everybody knew he sang, and he, you know, like, what do you want, lads? He was just boom, boom, boom. He was full of life. You know, I think that's half the reason people went, just to have banter with him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, knows him, pillar of the community.
Literally, yeah. You want a pickled onion? Don't worry, you can have that. Do you know, beautiful.
That one on Thilmere Road, when we were kids, I don't know if he was or not. It was called Clive's Fish Bar.
He was called Clive then?
Yeah, but everyone round the area,
yeah,
I don't know if he was or not, but he was just Gay Clive.
I was Gay Clive.
Right. So now, when you go on, it's the lovely fish and chips, by the way, there. When you go now, I'm having a Gay Clive's. I say that. So then you remember.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even
Gay
that.
Clive.
Yeah, we're having what you getting? Where you going? I'm having a Gay Clive's.
You know what? That sounds like a lovely job, Daniel. I like that.
In it.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
You know what I mean? What a
So that's
wholesome
your
job.
thing.
That's
That's
good,
your
that.
thing. Like if you weren't doing what you're doing, that's what you do.
I want to have a fish and chip shop. And do you know what? I don't even want one where I put staff in. I want to work in it. I want to do my graft. I want to talk to my customers. I want to be part of the community. I don't want to be rich. I just want enough to live all right.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah.
You'll be in, won't you, Norm?
I'll go, yeah.
I'll sort, you know what I mean?
I'll be there.
I'll give you extra scraps.
It'll be gay damn for you, mate.
I'm not asking every day, lads. I know fish and chips are dear, and there's not what I can do about it. Fish and chips now is about 12 quid.
Oh, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's cheap as chips
But-
my ass.
Again, I've done a bit of research. They're not skanking us all. The price of fish has gone up. So, like,
Yeah.
they have to pay a lot for their fish now. I mean, the spuds are probably still cheap. I get that. But
Yeah.
it's not like it used to be, where, you know, the price is what they're buying is. So they have to make a cut somewhere. But listen, lad, you just come in my chippy. You know what I mean? We'll you know, I'll have something for you. Let's just say.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll
It's
hold you to that.
interesting. It's interesting.
Telling you, boys, if you could have any job, Norm, and you weren't a master of ceremonies and Darlow's best comedian, what would you be?
I was just thinking about that there. I'll probably go get in now because it's going to die off in a couple of years, the old sunbed business.
Oh, sunbed. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's not going to be there forever.
No. Well, in the northeast, I think I'll see how our life, because we love a sunbed up here.
I live across the road from a tanning shop.
You do. You live across the road from my tanning shop.
Oh, is that? Oh,
That's
you
my
go
tanning
there?
shop, sir. Yes, 45 quid for 120 minutes. Let's go, champ. You know what I mean? Let me go. Creams, let's go. 20 quid a bottle, that's 5 times. Let's go.
I got, like, I have Viking skin.
Viking skin.
I've got more freckle. Look, if they all joined up,
Nice.
who knows?
Beautiful.
Right.
It's beautiful skin, that now.
Well,
Very nice.
um,
Tender.
sometimes I stand on my landing just to look out the window and I see people going in and out.
That's what people do normally.
But
Isn't
with
it?
the
Right.
mask on, or just
No,
stood
but
there.
I think like the lasses will go in like gym gear.
Oh, aye.
I think you're having a sunbed.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with a pair of jeans? You could wear a pair of jeans after, couldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you could wear a wedding dress because you're going to take it off.
Can I ask you now, have you sunbedded before?
No.
So I'm going to paint you a little picture. You might not be able to tell looking at me, right? I'm sure this might come as a shock to you, but I'm quite seasoned at sunbeds.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right. I know you wouldn't think, would you?
I would never have
No,
thought,
no.
no.
But yeah, big shock. I actually sunbed a lot and have for a long time, and I can answer your question. So sometimes to work, I have to wear. Well, not sometimes. My work attire is a pair of black skinny jeans and a shirt.
Yeah.
Now, if by whatever reason I have to go to sunbed in that attire, it is an absolute nightmare because when you come out of a sunbed, you are dripping wet. And I mean,
Oh, I
head
see,
to toe.
I see.
Like,
I didn't think about
but
that.
it's worse than that because what you've done is you've put cream all over your body, right? That's what you do. You put tanning cream on. So you get in a little cubbyhole first. There's like 2 rooms. When you go in your sunbed, you walk in, there's a changing room. You take your clobber off, put your cream all over your body so you're slippery. Put your sock over your bits and pieces, obviously, because you don't want, you know what.
Bit of football sock. Don't
Yeah. Well, I don't need a football sock. You know what I mean? One of them little ankle socks are fine for me. You know. But I'll go in, and then this is not just me; it's everyone. You come out, and the sweat and the cream have made this
Congealed.
oil
All right,
basically all
yeah.
over your body. You've got no towel, right? And then you're pulling your
Oh, you
jeans.
get right.
It
all right.
is.
I've not thought that through
It is
at all.
disgusting. It is a horrible feeling. Horrible feeling. Like, can you imagine it? Because then you're cold. You're hot, but you're cold. Like, you go outside, you're like, ugh, you're greasy, your shirt's all stuck to you. So there is motive behind it. So if you're gonna go, you want to be wearing shorts and a vest, and really you want to be going home for a shower sharpish.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
I've known me go on the sunbeds and head to the gym afterwards, and I'm doing cardio, and people must be looking at me like I've got a heart problem. Do you know, like, because I'm literally just this white goo's just coming off me. You know what I mean? You rub your eyes, you got your cream in your eye, you're like this. I'm trying to do your cardio with your eyes shut. You look absolutely ridiculous. But a sunbed shop, right, is again, it's one of them. I know there's a whole thing about the skin cancer and all that. I get that, but it's one of them. I'd still get the wholesome off it. It's a good Northeast England business. You know what I mean?
Everyone knows that the people who have the shop are across from me
Yeah.
because of that.
Yeah. Well, the one stigma that does come with a sunbed shop is normally you think
Money laundering.
drug dealer and money laundering. That's normally what you think. But I'm pretty sure our sunbed shop, your sunbed
Yeah.
shop, they're a good family. They're not playing that game.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
No,
They're nice people.
No.
I'll tell you something. Here's another business idea. This is just between us, right? So this bit isn't to go on the podcast. I'll tell you what's getting trendy, right? And I'll tell you what you're going to see. You mark my words. We are now in October 2024.
Yeah.
You mark my words. In the coming years, what you're going to see popping up, might even be sooner than that, is lots of hot and cold therapy places. So what they're going to be is like sunbed shops. You're going to pay money. You're going to give them whatever, 20 quid, and you're going to get an hour. And you're going to go in a room, and there's going to be a sauna and a cold plunge. And basically, for 1 hour, you do 15 minutes sauna, 3-minute cold plunge. 15 minutes sauna, you do that 3 times. That's hot and cold therapy. It's big in America. It's big down south. It's like
Coming up.
Spreads up, and that's what's going to happen. And you're going to see hot and cold therapy treatments everywhere. Another good business idea. You know what I mean? What are you saying, Norm? We're doing this.
I'm in for it.
Dan and Norm's, we could have them all in one place.
Hot and cold chippy therapy.
So imagine, hang on. Imagine we get a unit, because we're going to need a lot of space, right? You can come in, right? While you sign the sauna, you can have your fish and chips, right? What was the other business? Oh, and get a suntan. And you get a suntan on the way out. Imagine that, all in one place. A chippy and a hot and cold therapy.
Well,
place.
I think your order, which you'd want to do it, is you'd have your sunbed.
Yeah.
Got all your creams and stuff on you.
So you're creamed, right?
Then you've got your brand new, just freshly cooled water. So you jump in that, the instant cool down. Then you're in your sauna.
Oh,
and then you showered yourself off after your sauna, and then you move down to Gay Dan's chippy.
wow.
I'll tell you what.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
So you're walking out, hot and colded.
I've won The Apprentice next year with this.
Telling you. It's like the thing, when I said chippy, everybody laughed at first. And we've seen this, all 3 businesses together, we all laughed. But when you start thinking about it, you're like, well, actually, I've never left a sunbed shop and not wish I had a bag of chips.
That could be the kids' new pub
It's the future.
where they all meet.
Yeah, bringing it all back round. That's what comedians do.
Shepherd's pie vape. That's what they are. Why don't you get savoury ones?
Cheese
No,
pasty
see about
bake.
every time you walk past, well, I don't do it. But when they walk past, I'm like, Cherry Bakewell. Or you're like, ooh, lime. Lemon and lime, that one. Why don't they have steak bake? Sausage Greg's.
I'd
Missing
have
out
one.
there in all
I
sorts
know,
of
yeah.
shit. Greg's.
It's true. though.
Shepherd's pie, babes.
Shepherd's pie.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I quite like that. You know.
It's true.
I don't know.
And can you just get a backy one that's like tobacco?
Yeah,
I
I'm pretty sure. Well, you can get like a menthol one. It tastes like a menthol cigarette, I'm pretty sure.
But you can't get menthol fags no more, can you?
Can if you go abroad.
Well, they're going to be banning them though. Have you heard?
Yeah, the
2025,
disposable
they're going to be banning them. Yeah. I think it's a good thing.
What a band.
Vapes, they're going to ban them.
Just the disposable one.
So yeah.
What, so you're not going to be able to buy vapes in the UK anymore?
You'll have to buy like the instrument thing.
The big box ones.
And then
Right.
the stuff that goes in it, you'll be able to buy that, but you can't, you can buy them.
600 puffs or 1,000
Yeah.
puffs or 2,000 puffs, and then they're just gone. I think one of the main reasons is, well, there's 2 reasons. They're fucking up a lot of young people's lungs, and then the other one is the litter. You know, you ever been on a night out?
Yeah.
It's just crazy amount of vapes everywhere, just like thrown on the floor after a night out. So
I'll be honest, I'm completely out the loop on vapes. Like, I've never bought them, I've done anything about them. I'm out my depth on this conversation. So it's a problem, is it, vaping?
yeah, it's a massive problem because it's one of them that, you know, like when you stop smoking, obviously you've got all this thing on your lung called cilia, and they're like little hairs. And
It's proper. I thought you...
No.
Sorry, I thought it wasn't going to be this scientific.
No. I've looked into it because I've stopped smoking. So I've stopped smoking. I'm on these bloody snuff things, Nordic spearmints or whatever they're
Oh,
called.
that you stick it there?
Yeah. So they've
I had one of
massively
them
helped
by
me.
accident. I was in pain.
You by accident? Oh, you haven't one of them by accident?
I think Losman gave me one.
Oh,
He said,
yeah.
try one of them.
He's a
Right,
lethal.
well.
He's on the velos.
Yeah.
Jesus,
You know what he was.
what?
He was telling me. So they aren't great for you, like, but they're obviously a lot. What would you rather have, bad gums or bad lungs? I'd obviously have bad gums. Obviously, gum disease is an issue, but George was telling me that he's been on them for that long that like. He's burnt a pouch socket in his gum. So when he
That can't be right.
when he put, I don't know whether he was just saying it, but when he puts it in, it slips into his little pouch within his gum, and he just like just pops them in. But yeah, vapes are really bad, and there's cilia, which is on your lungs, which are little hairs, and these little hairs clean your lungs. And when I stop smoking, the cilia begins to reactivate, and then once the cilia is reactivated, that's the thing that'll clean your lungs. It'll cough out all the tar. I was coughing out tar for about 2 weeks when I stopped smoking.
How long were you smoking for?
From the age solidly at uni, so from 21 to 23. No, 20 to 23.
Christ,
I've smoked more than that on the night out, Southpaw.
Yeah,
There's blokes on it for like...
so 3 years.
60,
no,
70
but like
years,
I was smoking for what I thought was I wanted to try and better myself and get off them, and I have. But
Well, the her who turned up at the Majestic, she used to vape, but it was when they were sort of new, and it was one that looked like a fag,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
and it lit up at the end.
Yeah.
So we sat watching EastEnders once.
What, in the Majestic?
No, round her house. When I used to go
Around
out
her
with her.
house, yeah.
When I used to go out with her.
Oh yeah.
This was
All
years ago.
Yeah.
And then, so she's like this. I don't know, Pauline's come on. Having a go at Peggy. Yeah, my pub. Put it down, I'm just watching it like, what's you doing? So I know, watch this. There's Grant kicking someone's head in, you know what I mean? Ian Beale. He's wanting to open a chip shop with a hot and cold thing in it. Oh, no, he wasn't. And she's like this. I said to her, yeah, why? Just have a fag. Because you would go to the back door and you would have a fag and you would come in and you probably wouldn't have another one for about half an hour, would you?
No.
But every 5 seconds she was... I was, oh,
Yeah.
can't take it, man.
Yeah. I've seen vapors like that, like people who are vaping people. They're smashing them more than they would if it was cigarettes.
And you know, are you like, you can't smoke
People do.
inside with it, yeah.
People
but they
do.
think that's okay, don't they?
People get away
Because they
with it.
just go like that. And you sit, but
Yeah.
it's like a nuclear explosion, isn't it?
Like a smell
like
of blue-
Chernobyl.
Blueberry explosion.
no, but what you can do, because I actually vaped at uni for a little bit, is you can inhale it so much and like keep pushing it further into your lungs to the point that when you do breathe it out, it's like very minimal smoke that'll come out. So you've inhaled all the possible nicotine that you can. And that's what a lot of people do when they're indoors now, or they're in a nightclub, or they're going for a meal. You'll see them vaping, and they're that small, you can just hold them in your hand, and you just like, it just looks like you're giving your hand a kiss.
Have you seen them ones that are literally like fist size?
Yeah.
And they're like literally you look like a dragon. Like
Yeah,
they breathe
yeah,
it in, it goes,
Yeah. Ooh, all over.
yeah, literally. It's
I
like-
saw one where I seen her, she went, swapped the thing to that side so that the thing you suck. And I said, what does that do? She went, it's lemon and lime that side. And it was like pomegranate and onion the other side or something like that. So she was like, next one, 2 different tastes. Horrible smell.
Yeah, no, I've seen that. My missus used to vape, and she used to have one of them where you could just switch it, and it was just like,
Switch it around, dual vape.
Dual vaping.
dual flavours, whatever flavour you're fancying. But unfortunately, there is no shepherd's pie yet.
Shit, there will be. That'll
Yeah.
be on there. Shepherd's pie.
But I don't know the future, but like, you remember there was a time when doctors would prescribe cigarettes to
Yeah,
people.
yeah. And it was sophisticated,
Yeah.
wasn't it? In the old films and that.
Yeah, it's cool. Everybody smoked. But like, obviously, as time went on, people started to figure out, or doctors and scientists figure out, hang on, this is killing people. Like, same thing's going to happen with vapes, right?
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah.
Like, there's not, we haven't had them for 50 years to know the crack yet.
It's gonna there'll be a day, won't there?
Where
on
people look back.
Good Morning Britain in I don't know. Dun, 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 dun. We start the day with the news that vapes make your eyes fall out or something like that, and you're, oh shit, I wish I hadn't done that. It's only a matter of time till my eye falls out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd hope not, wouldn't you?
Do you remember the days when people smoked indoors?
Yeah. Smoked on planes.
You've never seen that.
Yeah.
I'm not old enough for that.
I remember I went to a place with my mum and dad when I was about 7 or 8 when it was all package holders were dead easy. And we went to a place in Mallorca called Camp de Mar, right? And I've Googled it, I've YouTubed it of late. Oh my God, we couldn't have afforded to go now.
No.
Oh, it's lovely.
Isn't
it? But and we got there, my mum used to smoke. And you were asked at the desk, smoking or non-smoking? and we would have to sit and smoking, and it was towards the back of the plane, and it just used to be like, but it was normal. It was just smoke at the back of the plane, and
So you could see it, all the smoke.
Yeah.
I just
mean, it used to
imagine.
get maybe it wasn't that bad,
Right.
but yeah, and then it used to be like the little ashtray on the arm of the chair,
That's mad.
smoking and unsmoking.
Is this how it? Do you reckon this is how it happened as well? Like people going over and lighting them for you. Like, how cool is that?
Is that Elvis?
No.
Have you ever seen a picture of, like, the old planes? They look loads more comfier than now.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Like, they had big, like, squashy, lovely settees to sit on.
Yeah, look at the seat he's on.
Look at that there.
Look at the Cuban he's got.
I know, yeah.
And I've got a Prezi for you, love. Oh, he's got a pipe.
Hey, pipes are cool, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh,
I'd love a pipe.
look at him there.
He's just...
Yeah, I'm going to Magaluf, look. This is my holiday gear.
Yeah.
Trilby hat and a three-piece with a waistcoat.
Yeah, I really would love to smoke a cigarette on a plane, like.
I do remember
But
a
like
time...
openly, not just like in the toilet. Just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna have a cigarette now. That'd be cool.
Nothing was like... So it wasn't... Well, you didn't know, did you?
No. I remember smoking on buses. I remember that.
Yeah, you could
And that was
smoke on
normal.
buses.
It wasn't naughty. You were allowed to, sort of thing.
I was in Blackpool with the wheat chief. I think your dad was there. And the smoking ban come in on a Sunday, I think. But it was the weekend while we were there.
Right.
And like Blackpool's like there's a load of pubs in there and people there and smoking and stuff like that. And people just couldn't get their head around it. People smoking inside, oh shit. Then they have to go outside and stuff and all that. And it was really weird, really strange.
I was young when this happened, when the switchover happened. But I do remember it at first, like you say, feeling so strange that we all had to go outside. Yeah. But now...
If you see it on the telly now,
yeah.
You're like, oh, hang on, that's a bit wrong, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, oh, there's an ashtray. That's a thing. There's no business for that now, is there? Ashtrays.
No ashtrays. So if you've got an ashtray factory, you want to just sell up now, really, don't you? It's not going to get better.
No, it's going to happen there.
No. Yeah, no. Do you know what I do like though? When you go, it's like a little novelty, innit? If you go abroad, say you go to Greece or something, and like they don't give a fuck. Like they don't give two fucks. No. They'll bang an ashtray on you. Literally, everybody just sat at a restaurant eating, smoking. Fuck it, at the same time, eating and smoking. Have you ever seen that? Someone who smokes and eats at the same time?
Yeah, I've done it, mate. It's great.
What, you've got a fag in your mouth?
Well, not whilst eating, but like I'll hold the fag and then I'll have a bit of lunch and then I'll
That's not for me.
Oh, mate, when I'm abroad, I used to love smoking abroad. Just sat there feeling wrong, but it's so right. It's just, oh, man.
Can you do it? When we went to Benidorm, me and Losman there, some bloke asked me, can you smoke in here? And I was like, I don't know, mate.
I don't know.
So I was looking about for him. I said, I think, well, she is. He says, fuck it, I'm going to. But I thought, what's the rule in Spain? I don't know. I don't know in Spain.
No. I definitely know in sort of Greece and that, you can smoke where you want, really. They don't care. But you know what? Even the places like... So, like, recently I was in Greece, right? And the person I was with smokes.
Yeah.
And as you sat at a restaurant, you there was an ashtray on the table. You were allowed to smoke, right? But when they were smoking, it just didn't feel right. Do you know, like it felt like, we shouldn't be doing this. This is dirty, like, because not everybody in the room smokes. Do you know what I mean? Like when you were allowed to smoke indoors, it was a very like fuck 'em attitude. Yeah. Like you would smoke around people who didn't smoke, and you were like, so like this is just how it is. But now, even with permission to do it in these other countries, you just feel like a proper dick because you're smoking around people, and like even though they're not tutting, but you can sort of in your head you can sort of imagine them going. You know,
this is why it stopped back home.
Yeah,
for like you were like, well, should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? I'm on my holidays. Give us a big human.
I do remember though it coming in because I was very young at the time. But my granddad loved to fag. He was always smoking in the house and stuff, and he loved being in the pub. When Nana would come back from shopping or something, he would then go to his pub at 3 or 4 o'clock. That was always his ritual. And I just remember the uproar out of his mouth one evening when it was confirmed that you couldn't smoke in a pub no more. And he was like, it's fucking going to shit, this country. But, you know, for a lot of people, it's a big thing. I mean, I must say, I love to have seen the times where at a restaurant you choose the smoking or non-smoking section. I think that's so fucking cool. So old-fashioned, but so cool.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but when I picture that, I think everything was in black and white as well.
You got black and white memory.
Just that everybody's black and white. I don't know why, but that's what
I used to share an house with a lad. So with my housemate, not in a romantic sense.
No.
Kenny loves a cigarette. He loves a fag. Loves a tab. And I seen him do it. He was ill after, like. But he had like a normal king size fag. I said, how many puffs will it take you? How many talks to get it down to the thing? He looked at it, he went, 3.
Oof.
I said, fuck off, Ken. He said, no. So he lit it. He went, he was there for ages. And he did it in 3, and then he put it back. I'm just going to have a lay down. but he did it, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought, you wouldn't have that on record breakers, like.
No. Remember when you were at school, how many people a cigarette would go around?
Yeah. And people used to get the fag ends out of the ashtray in the house and sell them at school for 20 pence.
What, the fag ends?
Yeah, fag dumps, 20p.
Yeah, I remember this. So when I was young, my mum's was the place to be. My mum was a smoker, right? But she was one of them people where she'd smoke half and then just put it out.
Yeah.
So my mum wasn't a smoke to the ender. In my mum's ashtray, back in the day, there would just be half cigarettes everywhere. So yeah, if you were into that, my mum's house was the place to be. Yeah,
good one. Well,
yeah. Sometimes you just have a few off and put it out, and you're like, fucking hell. Like, do you know what I mean? Fucking winning.
Do you remember your first cigarette and where that was?
Probably not the very, very first. No, I do. Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, I do remember my very, very first. Now you say, funnily enough. Yeah, it was horrible.
Well, expand.
I remember when I was a kid, I wasn't just anti-smoker. I was a complete knobhead. So I was anti-smoker to the point where I would spoil other people's day. Like, back then, you could smoke everywhere.
Get it down.
And obviously, I was a little boy, and I'd go around with my mum. And she'd take me in cafes. She still tells me the story now. And I used to have... you know, I'd have a big fit. I can't. Like, neurotic. Absolutely neurotic. And my mum said... I still remember her saying to me as a kid, you better not end up smoking. Like, but like, I was like the stereotype, like, this kid will never smoke. He literally has a like nervous breakdown when people are smoking around him. Because I was that, I don't know, I got it instilled young that like, I don't know where it came from. It obviously didn't come from my mum or dad because they smoked. But I was just hyper aware that you're going to die if you smoke. Hyper aware and paranoid.
Adverts.
Yeah.
And it used to go to the hospital, it was like, or the doctors or whatever, even the dentists, I think. And it was all like anti-smoke and quit smoke and all this, wasn't it?
And I can remember like being 11 or 12 and like, you know, like the first naughty kids smoke. I can still remember, I won't say his full name, his name was Stuart. There was this guy that was my age and he had older brothers. And you could see him sometimes walking through the streets with a fag in his hand, right? And I can remember... literally, like, I couldn't get him out of my head that this kid smoked. Yeah. Like, it literally, like, it haunted me, you know, like, and I was just obsessed. Like, oh my God, ma'am, you know, so-and-so smokes. Like, oh my God. Yeah, I was absolutely neurotic. Anyway, fast forward 5 years, I smoked 60 a day, you know. So that's how that story ended.
I remember one of the lads at school, he used to have, it might have been Lynx then, anyhow, it was deodorant. And he used to have a fag. And then when he was going home, he used to spray his fingers.
Oh, yeah.
With like Lynx Africa or something.
Yeah.
And going like, I was thinking, what about your breath though? What about your breath and your clothes? As long as she doesn't smell it on my fingers, we'll be all right. My old mum.
Yeah, I mean, that smell of wet cigarettes. You know, you've been in the rain and you've been smoking. There's no smell like it, is there?
Oh, it's awful smell.
Damp fag. Like,
it's not good for anyone. That.
And that wasn't me being homophobic. I'm just saying, you know, damp cigarettes.
I thought you talked about that chip shop again.
No, damp fags. No. No, but yeah, off it. Yeah, smoking, huh?
I remember my first try of one. It was levers, and like Zach was, I won't say his full name, but Zach was one of the lads. Oh, he was smoking, and he brought some cigarettes to the levers, and we'd ended up camping out down by the Tees. And it was only like 2 tents between 6 of us, and Zach pulls out these cigarettes, 20 tabs, and like we go through these 20 tabs just like one cigarette at a time. As you say, you just passing them around. Oh, I'll have a couple off. Oh, it doesn't it? And it tasted awful. But I remember like everyone going, oh, it's not that bad. And then there was this one lad who obviously had a couple of he starts choking.
Peer pressure then, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Peer
it was
pressure.
mental, mate, looking back. Like, but no, cigarettes. That's that.
Mad, isn't it, how that caught on? Like, nobody had their first cigarette to the second, third, 10th and enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like, you had to persevere, didn't you?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
I remember a lad passed out at school.
from cigarettes.
Yeah.
I can believe it.
He got the mickey taken out of him.
Lightweight.
Yeah. Like, even from the ones that didn't smoke.
Yeah. Pussy.
What a ding.
What a ding.
Passed out the toilet.
Yeah, good times though. Yeah, well, look, we all got hooked on it, didn't we? At some stage. No, I think you avoided it, right?
No, I've smoked. Well, I have smoked.
Yeah,
So,
at times.
yeah.
Yeah. I think everybody's dabbled, haven't they? You know?
It's not good for you. I'm happy I'm off them, like. But,
Yeah.
Anybody out there who's trying to get off cigarettes, it is doable. It's tough, but one thing I'd recommend is them nicotine pouches. If you're trying to get off them, they really help me. Not that we're a wellness podcast, but
To be fair, smoking is very rare now. If you
Yeah,
see somebody
you
with
do-
cigarettes,
yeah,
not
you
many
don't.
people smoke now.
And they're all of a certain age.
Yeah.
I've noticed that. So
Yeah.
they're all like, I don't know. You don't see many people in the 20s smoking, do you?
No.
Like actual cigarettes.
Once upon a time, it was weird if somebody did not smoke.
Smoke, yeah. Yeah.
Now, if
definitely.
you see somebody with
Yeah.
a pack of cigarettes, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's
Or
like, where are you, 2001?
You see an old episode of Minder or something where you flick it on, and that every single person in that scene's having a cig, having a tab,
Yeah.
and but you probably wouldn't have thought of it years ago.
No.
But because of the ban, and it's inside, you're like, look how many people are smoking. Look at that! Oh my god!
Yeah. That'll phase out.
Yeah.
That'll phase out in the end.
Well, it's they're changing the age, aren't they? So you can never.
That's
I
right.
think
Yeah,
it's if you were born after 2014, you'll never legally be able to buy a cigarette.
eventually.
Or something like
you
that.
won't be allowed.
I think it's a great idea.
I think it'll be
Is it
really,
New Zealand do
be
that,
really
though?
hard to enforce that though.
Do you think?
I think maybe in 50, 60 years' time that might be a thing.
Well,
but-
can you imagine though, right? Like you get kids now, don't you? So when I say I'm going to the shop, Mister, you get me a bottle of that. Gives you money and then run off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, but I'd say I'm going to the shop, I'm like 60 odd, 50, like, no, 70 odd, something like that.
Yeah.
And this bloke in his 40s, he goes, yeah, mate, you couldn't get us 20 tabs, could you?
Yeah.
Cross can you head up?
Yeah. Literally could happen.
Yeah, it will do, yeah.
Never.
That's madness.
So
Isn't
what is the crack? So like, if let's fast forward, these people at 2014 can't buy it no more.
I think it's 2014. So if you were born after that,
But okay, is that really going to be the case? So let's fast forward in time. Is there literally going to be like a thing where, say, at some point in the future, a 50-year-old man will go in to a shop thinking, "Oh fuck, I hope I look 60."
yeah, you
So
will do, won't
literally,
you? Yeah.
That's it there, Daniel.
Yeah.
So it's raising the age of sale.
So it was 16, now it's 18, then it'll be 21,
Yeah,
and then it goes up a year.
It's called the
every
Tobacco and Vapes Bill, introduced in March 2024. They will raise the legal age to buy
Oh,
tobacco
2009.
by 1 year each year. This means that anyone born after January 1st, 2009 will never be able to buy tobacco legally,
Wow.
which is pretty crazy if you think about it.
But they used to sponsor all sorts, didn't they? Like the snooker
Oh yeah.
and the F1, John
Yeah.
Plays Special,
Marlboro.
all that. Yeah, Marlboro.
I mean, when I was a kid, I remember a Marlboro F1 little toy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good
Used
old
to be-
days, eh?
And the darts.
The darts as
They all
well.
used to have a drink. Some of them used to have a fag while they were throwing.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all that.
Ah, that were the days. Just looked cooler, didn't it? You know? Columbo wouldn't be the same without a fag in his hand, would he?
No. I mean, you couldn't have Clint Eastwood in a Western without a little brown ciggy. And I'm like, oh, yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah. No, I think it's a great idea. Sacking it off. I think it's good. I'd love to see how it all maps out in the future. But
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea.
Can only be a good thing for them.
Of course it does.
Can't it?
So, I want to ask you, right? If you could have a superpower,
Yeah.
any superpower, 2 questions. What would it be, and do you think you could be trusted with it?
Right. It's quite boring.
Go on.
Because I think about this. You know, they say people think about the Roman Empire.
I've
That's-
heard
that
this.
was a thing.
I've
I
never
don't-
thought about that.
I think about Irish crime drama, Love 8, Steph McGovern, EastEnders, the Imperial Empire on Star Wars. These are my 5 thoughts and my superpower. Right. And I would be, it's boring, right? But I'd be invisible,
Same as me.
right? And could I be trusted with it? No,
No.
not at all. Not at all. You just couldn't, could you? You'd be,
Everything.
you would. I've thought about it, right? Because when the Queen was alive, I used to think, right, what I would do, I just get on a train,
Whilst invisible or still visible. then?
whilst invisible.
Right.
What if somebody sits on you?
Well, I'd sort of, yeah, there is that. There's drawbacks.
Yeah, it's lots
but
of drawbacks, man.
You wouldn't
you've
pay
gotta-
for a ticket, though.
No, but I'd get to London, I'd get myself in Buckingham Palace, and I'd just sit and watch the Queen. Like, be interesting, wouldn't it? Just see how they go on, or I'd go to like, I mean, I wouldn't watch it. I'd go to the toilet, have a crap around.
No?
Yeah, oh, yes, I would. Yeah, why not? But then you're like, all right, I'm walking around Darlow Town Centre. Oh, I'm feeling a bit peckish. I'll go to the pictures and I'll just go behind the thing and get myself an hot dog. Or I'm feeling a bit. But you would, wouldn't you? The first thing you'd do, and this is, and it's, I'm a man of a certain age and I shouldn't be saying it, and I don't want people to judge me, but it'd be the girls' changing room. Okay. It's curiosity, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all it is. As you were going through it and you were talking about going to Buckingham Palace and getting on a train, I was thinking in my head, mine's also visibility. And I was thinking, see, Daniel, I knew you were a fucking weirdo because he wouldn't do that. And I'm thinking, like, I would be torn between the girls' changing rooms and a bank. That's all I'd be thinking. Which one first? Like,
What
that's it.
straight at Valentine's, straight at the girls' changing room?
Yeah, well, probably after the bank. Probably best secure the bank first in case the invisible runs out.
The way I look at it is when your mum or your auntie, who wasn't your auntie but your mum's mate,
Your fancy.
she had the Freeman's catalogue and it was a new one, and your mum used to have it when she used to let you have a look. First thing you'd look at is the bras.
Of course you would.
So that if you're invisible, it's curiosity. It's horrible. I don't condone anyone invisible doing it,
No.
by the way. So if you are invisible, don't do it,
No.
right?
No.
But yeah, that's the bank, innit? I have this thing in my mind and all where this is a one, right? So I'm a bloke who works at a construction site, right?
Okay, I'm picturing it. What's your name? Still Norm?
No, I'll be called
What's a builder's name?
Steve
Steve.
Zanussi or something like that.
Zanussi. So you're an immigrant.
He's kind of Polish.
He's Polish, right? So
I don't know. He's got something to do with washing machine.
Yeah.
So Steve goes to work. He trips. He hasn't got his hard hat on. Bangs his head.
Oh, no,
right?
no.
Hurts. It's hurt him. It's hurt him. He's been in hospital. He's been in a coma and stuff.
You're in a coma.
Yeah, he's not.
Right.
It's been a really hard hit on his head.
Right.
And he wakes up. But now he can see a clock type thing above everyone's head, and it's ticking down to the day they die.
No way.
How do you deal with that?
Awful.
So you'd have to look in the mirror and work yours. You'd work yours out. But it's every creature. So like a bird goes, but all right, that's going to get hit by a car.
2 days.
So how do you? But you can't. Can you? Is it right for you to stop someone dying? So say if you like someone you've seen has this ticking down, and then 2 months before they go in hospital and they've got something wrong with them, you can't stop that.
No.
But if you're with somebody and you're looking at their above their head, and they've got 10 minutes, and you're thinking, we're crossing a busy road in a second. Maybe I should go the other way.
Yeah, maybe.
How do you deal with that? How do you cope with that?
Oh, man.
These are things that are working at home. These are things I think about.
Would you tell them?
Yeah, well, could you tell them?
Well,
Why would you tell them?
mental, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Well,
I can see when you're going to die.
I've got a clock on my head.
Imagine.
And what happens to people you see on the telly who have died?
How do you see them on the telly? Oh, yeah.
So
I get it.
How could you use that as well to your financial gain or your benefit?
Betting. That's how. Bet when someone's going to die. Someone somewhere will give you odds on when someone's going to die.
Yeah, you could have
so you could look. You'd be watching television and you could see when someone's going to die.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Can you
Well,
bet
you
on
could
when
do, couldn't
people die though?
I bet somewhere.
I think you might depend on the circumstances. If you bet on a celebrity dying and he gets shot in the head, you're getting asked questions.
Yeah.
Aren't you?
Oh,
Yeah.
you're getting asked questions.
And then if you've
100%.
bet on like several deaths,
Yeah, you get it
you know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah, I want to accumulator on it. Like, they're all gone the next week.
Stack them up.
It's like fucking
Yeah.
hell.
Remember that year all the celebrities died? Like I think it was just the year before COVID. Every week there was someone really famous that died.
Was there?
It was like Bowie, someone else. I was like, Christ, they're all gone.
Can you imagine someone said it to you though? Imagine it was like you weren't the person that could see the clocks, right? And you're just like me and you now, and you went like, Edan, you know you're dead in 4 days, right? Can you imagine?
Yeah.
You'd be like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, how do you tell someone that?
You literally sat in your bedroom at home like that. Don't move. Like,
But it's in my mind, it's red, right? It's like a digital clock. So it goes years, like years, days, hours, minutes, seconds.
like
that.
retro.
Yeah, so it
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
across like that. But when you were meeting people for the first time, you'd be going, all right?
Yeah. I'm not
Yeah,
looking.
she's all right. She's going to be all right. She's all right, this one.
You've got class hair. You just
Oh, it's lovely. Lovely beehive, that.
yeah, that's mental.
Christ. Oh, she's only got that. This time tomorrow.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm going skydiving next week. Don't do that.
Yeah. Are you seeing it? So I'll see you next week. Yeah, no problem. But under your breath, you only fucking won't. Mate. I don't think you will.
No.
Yeah,
you first.
That's
So,
a
how do you
mental.
deal with that?
It's tough.
Well, it'd be a nightmare. I'd say that isn't a superpower. I'd say that's a curse.
That's a curse on
That's
the
a
person,
curse,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you got a superpower?
Steve Zanucci, that's tough. Like
Steve Zanucci. I know.
Yeah.
Poor Steve, yeah.
you know
Poor
what mine would be?
Still invisible, probably.
Teleportation.
Right. That I'd love to. Right.
No, because that takes like you have used to. Oh yeah, I want to be
But
invisible.
hang on, no. Of all the superpowers, Southpaw,
Yeah.
of all the you could be Hulk, you could be invisible, you could be, you know, when the stuff comes out, what's it called? Like magic, like a Street Fighter. You know what I mean? Sonic Boom, some of
Oh,
that.
it could-
Yeah, yeah.
it could
Like
be
everything you can have, you want to teleport.
I'd love to
You
teleport.
know we've already got that. It's just slower, right? It's called a plane.
Yeah. No, I'd teleport. Do you know why?
Why?
You know, even though you're invisible, people they can't walk through you. You're still there. So you were talking earlier, right? Oh, I'm going to go to the View. I'm going to watch something and, I'm going to get a hot dog. People would see that hot dog machine opening. People would see all that. I would be in and out. And I'd wear a costume, so you wouldn't even know I was there. I'd be in and out of a bank. I wouldn't even have to go into a vault.
What costume would you wear? What would your
I'd
costume
just
be?
wear
Has to be Superman,
I'd just
doesn't
wear
it?
like a bin bag over my head or something. But bin bag with eyes. But that way, like people would be freaked out.
Would that be your superhero name?
Well,
Bin bag with eyes.
eyes bin bag.
Yeah.
I don't know. Louis bin bag or something.
No,
But-
you give your name
Oh
away.
yeah, it couldn't be Louis bin bag.
Couldn't be your name.
But you know what I
Southpaw's
mean.
Bin bag.
Thing is, your whole invisible route, right? I get it. I get why you want to be invisible, not be seen in that. But I can just teleport to Greece for a week or a night, and then I can teleport to that one spare room within the whole of the hotel. It's free for that night. You guys have to get the lock, the combination. You have to go behind the thing. All these little things that you guys haven't thought about, I have thought about.
I mean, he is right.
How do you know exactly? So you got like coordinates.
No, you can.
So you wouldn't like teleport in the middle of a wall.
You Google Maps it, you know.
Google Maps.
yeah,
Right
yeah, just
there.
like
Just drop the pin on it.
Okay, that's the postcode. There I am. Boom. You know what I mean?
There's a lot to be said for that. Like,
No,
what?
mate, that's the best superpower.
He is
possible.
right because look, apart from the girls' changing room bit, Because I think that's. I think we.
I mean, you're both psychopaths.
No,
for
I
that,
think
like.
I think we muddied.
Well,
the,
it's, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we muddied the
horrible.
waters a bit. I think it was a smoke screen. Like Andy talked about the pictures. You know what I mean? I talked.
That's the height of my. You were bank.
I talk about the
getting,
bank,
I'm
but-
getting in free interview.
But deep down, what we both mean is a woman's changing rooms, right? That's really what it's about. But you are right what you said, because I'm like, bank. Look, you can be invisible as you want. You're not getting in that bank. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're not.
You brush
know,
past someone, then all of a sudden, then what's that?
But teleportation,
Teleportation. I'm
with
going
a-
straight. I'm
with
going
a bin bag
straight in the
of that.
vault.
you could just go, couldn't you? Like, oh, I'm going to Greece. I fancy Greece.
I need some cash.
Yeah, go get some cash. Vault. Chunk. This'll do us. Jump out
Yeah.
straight to Greece. You're on your oldest.
That's that. You know what I mean? Hiya, nice to meet you. My name's Binbag. There you go.
It's me, bin bag.
You know what I mean? So what you boys need to really do is reconsider your superpower. It's not actually that effective. That whole train ride, I wouldn't be on a fucking train, mate. I'd be in London straight away.
But
Just
what if, say, you're going to Greece
Yeah.
and you're teleporting at this hotel you've found on Google Maps and everything's great, and you teleport into it and it's on fire.
oh yeah.
Well, you instantly teleport back out with minimal burns.
Oh, so you got. Oh shit! Out.
Yeah,
So it's not just one go.
See,
Right, you just get one go.
So you don't have to like recharge.
No. I can teleport. And the thing is, you'd be wise. You know where the hotel is, but you teleport to a place where people aren't going to get freaked out by bin bag. So what you would do would you be teleporting to the beach on a quiet evening, right? Okay, I'm not going to go yet. And then you go at that point, and then you go and speak to, have you got any rooms available? Right, okay, yeah, we've got this room. What exact room is that? Right, 405. Okay, actually, I don't need it. I've just realised I've got another hotel booked. Then you walk out the hotel,
Jump straight
teleport into room
Yeah.
405. You know what I mean? Like, you just become an art of knowing things, and then you can get that straight away.
I don't like. You've sold me that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to change my superpower.
Yeah.
Well played, Southpaw.
There you go.
I mean,
better.
Anyone,
it is, yeah.
It's a better version of it. isn't it?
anyone still here? First of all, we really appreciate you.
Yeah.
And secondly, please comment your superpower and if there is anything better than teleportation, because I don't think there is.
I don't think there is.
There you go.
no, I'll have that. Bin bag.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, well played, bin bag.
Thanks a lot.
You know, I've been seeing for the past 3 weeks we've been doing a podcast. There's been a dead fly on this table, and it's that poor sod.
I mean, why haven't you said out like?
I did last time.
No, you did
I
not.
did on the podcast.
I didn't know. Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I wasn't
It's just still there. You know what I don't get? It's died, but it's died on its head. It's doing a handstand. You know what I mean?
That was
Like-
its superpower.
How did that? You know, what was the end for this fly?
Sometimes you do teleport onto your head, like.
You know,
Sometimes you do teleport your head.
Yeah.
if you go to the other side of the world, it's upside down, isn't it?
You think you're upside down, yeah.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Nah, teleportation's the one, ladies and gentlemen. That's the
Thank
way.
you very much. I'll
Well
accept
played,
that.
Southpaw. Yeah. So what have you got going on, Andy, in the near future? Apart from your majestic thing, is there anything else going on?
Yeah. There's another full Monty coming up.
No, there isn't.
No, he's had to rearrange it.
Right.
Yeah.
When is the full Monty?
It was in a couple of weeks, but it's been rearranged. It's in Redcar.
Nice. Costa
So-
del Redcar. Very
By the
nice.
coast.
Yeah, good fish and chips.
Yeah, oh aye.
You know what I mean?
I'll be telling them. Well, I won't. Keep it ourselves.
What's the venue at Redcar?
I don't know. Can't remember.
Be a
We-
classy place, won't it?
Yeah, it will. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got some awards in Redcar and all.
Somewhat, what?
Estate agent. It's something to do with estate agents.
You got an award?
Award. No, we're on there. So Losman got an hour,
Right.
and he's got a fill in an hour of comedy.
Right.
So I think he'll do 40 minutes. I'll do the rest,
Right.
and that's like an awards thing near Christmas.
Right. Sorry. I thought you were saying you got an award from Redcar.
No.
Right. Is that some award?
Yeah,
awards
yeah. The
event?
awards do near. I don't know what. I've never done anything like that. It's not corporate, but anything.
I was going to say, is it going to be Dickie Bow tie
Yeah.
job or what?
I said to him, "What? Show I'm wearing a suit tie? What are they?" He said, "No."
Sounds
But
suity.
I'm going to have to go smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my best jumper, please. And make a goal, not zipped up.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then me and another lass, we got one. Helen. There's one in Stockton that we do at the Ivy Tree in Stockton.
When is that?
That is the 22nd of November.
That's a Friday.
Yeah, that's a Friday. I'm emceeing that.
Yeah.
Then the Wonky Carrot at the...
What's it called? Drinks thing.
Yeah, it's changed now because they have the hummingbird.
Where, oh, the hummingbird.
That
yeah.
used to be...
Yeah. What, is that the same
Austin's.
people?
Yeah, same
Right,
people.
okay.
So we tried it for the first time in there. It's
Bigger.
bigger. It's a Sunday, and there isn't much footfall around the town on a Sunday, especially up there.
Yeah.
Because all the pubs are shut. There's only like the Juniper Tree open.
Yeah.
But the only thing is, you can't stop people coming in. So there was 3 lads came in, and because there were only 3 lads in the place who weren't watching the comedy, you could hear them talking. So we have to sort of, there's the kinks we need to iron out.
Right.
But yeah, it was good. So we got that one. And there's a one the week after, the one you're coming to,
Yep.
at the Majestic.
Yeah, man.
And then that goes into December with Losman. I've got one at Mask on a Sunday afternoon,
Bit of mask.
but it's at 4 in the afternoon.
That's unusual.
Because apparently the place won it early, so the punters can have a drink and then go home early because it's a Sunday.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. It's very considerate.
It's good, that, isn't it?
It's very considerate. You know, we all need our big sleep on a Sunday night, don't we? It's bath
do,
night. It's
yeah.
bath night,
Bath
innit?
night, yeah.
Bath night. You
Yeah,
don't wash your hair, don't you?
So it's ticking over. Then we get to next year and see where we get to.
Well, cool. That's exciting, isn't it?
So if anyone wants to find out what Norm's up to, you can drop you a message. can't they?
Yeah.
Or head over to your Facebook page,
Yes.
which is...
Andy Hercules Einstein Ormerod.
Just
There
one
you
more
go.
time for that, sir.
Andy Hercules Einstein Ormerod.
And that is the Facebook page.
That's me. And I'm Darlow's Big Norm.
And
on
Darlow's
Instagram.
Big Norm. And listen,
Fantastic.
anyone that hasn't jumped onto Norm's Facebook, listen, you're in for a treat. Not only will you find out what he's up to and where he's going next and blah, 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 and all that stuff and how to get tickets, but you will be treated to these occasional videos. I mean, you can have songs about the Wheatie quiz. You
Yeah.
can have black pudding eating. You can have things put on your head. I mean, you don't know what's coming next. You know, it is a treat. When I see one come up on my feed every so often, and I see your face, and I know you're going to do something, I save it sometimes. I don't want to waste it. If I'm in the car, I'm like, oh no, I'll watch that later. Absolutely brilliant. So anybody listen, you'll enjoy it. Get onto Norm's Facebook, Andy Hercules Ormerod.
Hercules Einstein.
Sorry, I apologise. Hercules Einstein Ormerod. Yeah, you'll enjoy it. Southpaw, how long have you been rolling?
we have been rolling around 110.
That's where we like it, ladies and gentlemen.
That is nice. However, before we do finish, Daniel, if you don't mind,
got some
we've got some answers to questions that we need, Andy.
Oh. How do you spell chlamydia?
So, I know how to spell chlamydia because I've just Googled it. So it's
Oh, yeah, go on then.
CHLAMYDIA. That is how
chlamydia.
you
I'd
spell
never
it.
said there's a Y in it.
You
Yeah.
don't get that on Sesame Street.
That is chlamydia.
C-H-A-Y.
I actually don't know the answer to the the anaconda. How did that
Right.
one?
Anth the Anaconda Danson,
Yeah.
right, was the 2005 world champion in pie eating.
Pie eating?
Right. Okay. Right. I thought it had something to do with his cock for some reason.
Well, no, the ABC was, it was A, pie eating, B, male stripping, or C, having a ridiculous middle name.
So the anaconda thing is a
So
bit of a... bit
Andy's
of
called Dancing as well.
Yeah.
So a lot of people put male stripper,
yeah.
but no, he's a pie eater.
Very good.
A very good
And
one at that.
No, world job.
Very good one, yeah.
The Vietnam?
Vietnam currency.
Yes. Would you care to expand?
Yes, I put it in because it's funny. It's the dong.
Vietnamese dong,
Dong.
is correct.
Vietnamese dong.
Very
Yeah.
good indeed. Andy, always a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank
Listen,
you. Lance.
that
Loved
was
it.
absolutely beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been People Like Us. This has been Andy Ormerod for the third time.
Third time
Oofed.
without a cough.
Without a cough.
There we go.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. And we will see you next time.